This firebush is doing pretty good this time of year. Trim this firebush up pretty good. These things grow fast. It was blocking the sun on this citrus. These citrus need plenty of sun. Starting to get my ground covers coming in here. Letting my dichondra come up in here, and I got some wild ground cover, native ground cover right here. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's doing pretty good of effective ground cover. Seems to be a little bit better than grass. I'm trying to get rid of my grass. This is called Dewdrop Datura. Just dewdrop plant, I think is one name for it. Does real well out here in South Florida, semi-tropical. I'm not sure what this is right here. I throw lots of seeds out here. I was thinking it was some kind of pepper maybe, but I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna watch and see what it does. Got a lot of star fruits. I started them from seed from a starfruit tree, a local starfruit tree in the neighborhood. We just got some rain this morning, good heavy rain. Everything's looking pretty good. The ground's wet still. It's drying up quick though with that sun out. Some good mustard greens right here coming up. And this dewdrop is doing real good this time of year. It attracts lots of butterflies, moths, and wildlife. And my lemon tree. I've been pruning around this lemon tree a little bit. Got a nice grasshopper there for you. This camera doesn't zoom in like quite as good as I would like sometimes, but hopefully you're able to see that grasshopper. And we got a nice little moth, I think that is right there. Having a good old time. This is all chop and drop right here of this basket plant mostly. It's all living chop and drop material that's going to break down slowly. And a little bit slower than, well actually it's going to break down real nice. And it'll look a lot better in a couple weeks when it'll be mostly brown and it'll have a few plants sticking out of it that'll start facing the sun, and it'll look like a lot better, and it'll also be a good place for moisture for the lots of organisms, and because it does get dried out. I'm trying to prevent it from getting dried out too quick out here. But then again, I'm keeping everything pruned, so we got a breeze coming through here still. Keep trying to make everything go straight up. This banana tree is this banana plant. Bananas aren't really getting ripe the way I like them. I think maybe I shouldn't have trimmed the shade from it. It might be getting too hot from heat coming off of this. They don't seem to be ripening evenly. Look at that. Nice lizard. Hey, lizard man. Say hi to YouTube. They're looking at you all over the world. Got people in Saudi Arabia, Iran, Tehran, Bolivia. I think over 80 countries. If you're watching, say where you're from, where you at, represent your hood. Tell me where you at. This mango tree, as you can see, I butchered it up pretty good. But I'm letting some sun in for this pineapple too. Trying to clear around so it doesn't get overshadowed. And we got a lot, and this is I trimmed it. I hacked it up pretty good about 3 weeks ago. I just took a knife and went whoosh, and got these two, and I think I left this one a little taller, stagger it a little bit, the height, and I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it alone for a while now, I think, and just let it get a little bit of leaf on it, foliage on there. And I'm not really concerned about getting, I'll trim it up just to have a few branches. I might take this one out just because, but I don't like to trim it too. I knew it was gonna rain, so I knew the ground was already wet, so I knew it was gonna do well if I trimmed it. And we just got these chairs the other day, and it's a nice color, purple. And I started pressure washing this, and I got some of it done, and then it ran out of gas, so I'm gonna finish that up. And it's a lot cooler though now that we got these trees. Been a few years now. Been doing this garden about 4 years, and we got some shade trees now. Here's a nice cutting of moringa cutting. I can give that to someone. And I've been sharing the moringa, and people have been saying that they think it's working for them too. I had an old 78-year-old late woman, and she's saying that she's got more energy. So I'm giving it to my friends and their families. And moringa is supposed to be good for 300 diseases. They say it's a miracle tree. It's a good pineapple plant here. We got a good pineapple this year. A raccoon ate it though before I got to it, unfortunately. I'm sure it was delicious. It smelled delicious. But the moringa is, I planted a few more moringa seeds, so we'll have some more. There's a moringa right here. I thought I did them in 3s, but there's just 2 here. And this is in memory of the Twin Towers, and all those were lost. And rest in peace to all those who were lost, and may there be justice for the families of the victims. Until the truth about the 9/11 controlled demolition is acknowledged on mainstream media, I think we're going to need to see it acknowledged on mainstream media for things to maybe change. That's why you got people that are sticklers for the truth. It's not because they are negative people. It's just people need to feel like there's justice, and if they don't believe in the system, then they need to fix it. And that's what we're trying to do. And you can't fault someone for trying. And here's another pineapple plant that's doing real well. I actually got a pineapple this year off of this plant that was good. And there's a nice lizard right there. He's chilling out. They got a nice home. They find homes all up in there. All in there. And it's safe too, because they got a barbed protection of basically barbed wire fence around them. And those things, you do not want to get stuck by one of those things, because not only are they'll hook into your skin, but you will get an irritation, and it will be painful for a few days. Now this is more firebush that just grows like crazy, and I know I should be wearing gloves, but this stuff does break off pretty easy, and I want to make a little room for those. Make sure that plants that there's no bugs climbing onto. Well, not that would be the worst thing, but this isn't our tree. This orange tree. So try to make sure that our trees aren't touching. And this firebush is a native plant to Florida, like I said, and it provides lots of home for wildlife. So it's basically a must-have if you live in South Florida. As far as I can say, this is a good bit of work, because it does grow, so you got to come out here and trim it. But it's work that is necessary, I think, in order to be stewards of the earth. I think that was our reason we have intuition. The reason I'm able to grow plants out here is not because I'm a super genius, even though it may seem that way from the outside. It's not. It's just common sense. You come out here and listen to the earth, what the earth is telling you to do. Like, earth is telling me to pull some of these up, give some of the sun over here to these other things so I can walk, because it's getting in the pathway. So just get a little bit at a time, you know. That's what you do every day. I'll run this over with a mower maybe, or I'll just lay it over chop and drop, you know. It's a lot better than not having any trees and coming out here in the blazing sun and spilling gasoline all over your hands and cutting yourself with weed whackers and going to the hospital and running out of gas and being out here in the blazing sun with no shade. Now look at this. This is a beauty. She is a beauty right here. Let's see if we can get a hold of this beauty here. Hey there, beautiful. You want to say hi to the camera? Say hi to YouTube for us? No? Maybe? Maybe? Okay. Go over there. She can't make up her mind where she want to go. She'll be back. And like, I got this Bahia grass right here, and it seems like it's a little bit finicky. I gotta rake up some of this thatch out of here. It's getting some shade now. I think it likes full sun, to be honest with you. And so, but that's okay, because I'm gonna be just be pulling it away slowly at a time, pulling it out, letting these other things grow this way. Let these other ground covers start growing, encroaching on the grass. And eventually the grass will be gone and it'll all be ground cover. And it'll look like an English garden. Well, at least that's the idea right now. not an English garden, but it'll have that look of low ground covers, like mossy kind of look on the ground instead of having grass. It's kind of looks like an English garden to me, but this is a nice shady spot right here. And this all used to be very hot. It's about 10-15 degrees cooler right here when I stand in here. So I can put in some material I can chop and drop in there, and then they can break down very slowly. I throw in some good nitrogen rich green material, and it'll break down nice, and it'll break down very slow and evenly. Got another little tree frog there. Just notice that. But for some reason, I can't zoom in on him. But he's there. He's chilling. There's lots of wildlife out here. He is a small little frog. It's cool. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, say where you're from. Give me thumbs up. And when no one loves you, Big Nick loves you. Mwah.